quick coffee break and a quick extras and sisters in the truth. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushua. That is to say, all praises to the Heavenly Father, whom the world calls God, and the name of His only begotten Son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, right? I just wanted to come with this quick exhortation to remind brothers and sisters that, you know, all your worries, the stress, the anguish, the dealing with these other nations, the subjugation, the working, so on and so forth is about to come to an end, right? Everything is about to be done away with and renewed. And you're no longer going to be under the rulership of these tyrants. You're no longer going to be under the rulership of these vain, wicked men, right? In a place where the most vilest men are exalted, right? You're no longer going to be under the rulership of another nation that's inferior to you, man. You know? And these so-called modern day presidents are the modern kings. You got the modern czars or emperors or whatever you want to call them, man. You know, your Bidens and Trumps and Putins and so on and so forth, man. But the true and the happy ending is to know that the real king is on his way, right? And it's been far too long that we've fought this battle. We've walked through, you know, abundance of heartaches, losses, death, things of that nature under a captivity that, you know, we've been made to serve, man. You know, and the Lord said, you know, you have to endure to the end to be saved. All right. But the truth of the matter is the king is on his way. And it's been a long time if we've been waiting patiently for our salvation. Right? So let me get a real quick precept real quick in the book of Hosea. All right. Let me get the book of Hosea, chapter 3, and verse number 4, that says, "For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without a teraphim." Right? So for many days, we have to abide and had to abide without a king, man. Our righteous king, a Mashiach Yahushua, man, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which is the rightful king to this place, man, this earth, man, over the kingdom, right, of this world, man, right? He's the rightful king that's supposed to be set up and rule this place in righteousness, bring peace to this place, destroy all the wars and the death and the diseases and things of that nature, man, and set up his people in righteousness, man, so we can serve our God in peace, man, and be in actual harmony, where things will be in right standings, where things will be right side up rather than upside down, man. This place is out of course. Everything is darkness, wickedness, evil, profane, without a king. But when Yahushua comes and sets up his throne, man, everything is going to be in righteousness, man. Right? Real quick, let me get this real quick precept, right? Before I move on, let's get Proverbs 29:2 real quick. The classic. Right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, at verse number 2, and it reads, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn." Right? So right now, the wicked are bearing rule, man. The Lord said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So all the people are in mourning, right? On the brink of World War III, right? You see more and more diseases being unleashed and brought out, right? You see earthquakes and hurricanes and tsunamis and all these things happening, man. Right? The land can't grow and produce like it should. There's toxic waste in the rivers and the oceans, and things are polluted with all types of trash and things of that nature, man. The animals are mourning, they're dying. You got, you know, different type of fish and stuff, you know, swallowing all type of plastics and you know, oils and things of that nature, man. Swimming in murky waters that they cannot even see nor hardly breathe in. Birds falling out of the sky, right? People being taxed out the wazoo, man. Working ungodly hours just to survive and throw the money right back to the people that gave it to you just to live, man. Right? Rent and everything going up, going crazy, man. People dying in the streets. All these things. Right? The earth is in mourning. But when the true king comes back and sets up the righteous order, man, under the commandments of the Most High, man, the people are going to rejoice because the righteousness, man, right, is going to be brought in from him. And the Lord in due time said he's going to set up one that is profitable to this kingdom, one that's going to make this place prosper. Right, let's get a precept, man. Right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse number 4 says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable, man. And that's what we're looking for, that the Lord set up in due time one that is profitable, that's profitable for everything, man, that's going to allow this place to flourish into what it's truly supposed to be in, man. The so-called metropolis, man, the Garden of Eden. Everything lush and beautiful and clean and fresh, right? We've never been able to taste pure water or breathe in pure, clean air. So much pollution and everything, man. Right? They got water now where they add things to it. Sell it to you in a bottle with different types of material in it, man. Right? Sometimes where they have to recall the water back because it has plastics or metals in it. Like, it's crazy, you know? And this is what you have to deal with right now. But one that is set up, that is profitable for this place, man, you don't have to worry about that. Right? Grapes going to be so big that two men have to carry them together, man. One cluster, man. That's what we're looking for, man. You know, that righteous branch, man, that came out of David's lineage, you know, is going to deliver us in that day. Right? And we're going to be in a state of bliss forevermore, man, when that profitable king comes to set up his kingdom on the earth, and we're almost there. And he's coming to deliver us, man, you Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, man. Right, let's get another precept real quick. Let's go to Jeremiah 23. Right. Going back the other way. Right. Jeremiah 23. And I'm going to start at verse number... I'm going to start at verse number 5. And it's, matter of fact, yeah, we'll start at verse number 5. And it reads, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto you David. Salakia, let me read that again. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch. And a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth, man. Right? So he's going to execute judgment and justice in the earth. Right? And we all know that righteous branch that comes out of the stem of Jesse and David is Yahushua, man. Christ. And he's going to come and sit upon a throne and execute righteous judgment in the earth, man. And everything is going to be set back in order. And this is what we're waiting for. This is the righteous king that we're waiting for, man. What's righteousness? The commandments of the Most High. Keeping the commandments, man. He's going to set this place in order, man, in the right way that the Most High intended it to be from the beginning. Right? And it says, in his days, Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is the name whereby he shall be called, the Lord our righteousness. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, that broughteth the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, which which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all the countries whither they have driven them, that they shall dwell in their own land. And that's going to be a beautiful thing, man. That we used to talk about the salvation out of Egypt, man, right? The exodus out of Egypt, where we walked through the Red Sea, man, and walked out and watched, you know, the Egyptians be engulfed with the Red Sea, man. But that's no more going to be in the conversation. It's going to be that, guess what? The Lord liveth, that brought us out of North America, man, Babylon the Great, and all the rest of the countries where we were scattered, man, with a great overthrow of this place via the chariots, right? To set us back up in our land, man, to set up his kingdom. And that's the conversation, man. It's going to be a glorious thing, like they say. It's going to be like it was a dream, man. And that's the day we're waiting for, right? We're patiently waiting for our king to come and rule over us. Bring back the 12 tribes together in peace, that we will no more be enemies, that we will no more look at each other as, you know, hatred, man. Killing one another in the streets, gang banging, right? Stealing from each other, committing adultery against each other, lying on each other, being separate. We're all going to be together, and he's going to rule over all of us in peace and in righteousness, man. And that's what we're waiting for. The one true king. Right? Let's get another precept, man. Let's get the classic, man. Another classic. Let's go to Ezekiel 37. Right? Ezekiel 37. And I'm going to just jump to 22. And it reads, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel. And one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. And that's what we're looking for, man. For all the 12 tribes to come back together and live as brethren, man. And be in unison under one ruler in righteousness. Right? And not divided and being in these different lands and speaking different languages, man, and serving other kings, serving other gods. Right? We don't want that anymore. This is not what we're going to continue to be in as long as we walk down the path of righteousness, man, seeking after our God, man, and repenting every day. It should be on your mind constantly. Is the more harder I go, and the more we go out and seal the hopeful elect, the more work we put in, man, the sooner our king is going to return. But the more you deal with a slack hand, the more you sit back and dwell within your sins, man, and let these demons bind you up and beat you down, and you falling in love and flirting with them, you're going to be here. You're going to be serving these other gods, these other kings, these other nations, and you're going to be stationary, and you're going to continue to die, man, in a land that's not yours. But guess what? Once you return back to the Father, this whole world is going to become yours again, man. And you won't have to serve these other kings anymore. Because your rightful king is going to come and subdue all the rest of these kingdoms and put it under his feet, man. Right? Watch this. Let's get 1 Corinthians real quick. Chapter 15. This is the book of 1 Corinthians. Chapter 15, and I'm going to start at verse number... I'm going to start at 24. And it reads, then cometh the end, when he shall deliver up the kingdoms to God, even the Father, when ye shall have put down all rule and authority and power. For he must reign till he have put all enemies under his feet. And this is what's coming. Yahushua is coming to reign and destroy these kingdoms. And it says, the last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. For he had put all things under his feet. But when he saith all things are put under him, it is manifest, and that is accepted, which did put all things under him. Here's the point. And when all things shall be subdued unto him, then shall the Son also himself be subject unto him that put all things under him, that God, Yahweh, may be it all in all. So, and that's a cut, you know, to you Christians to say that Christ is God. Because even in the end, when Christ comes to subdue these nations and destroy all these nations and put them under his feet, man, and set up his righteous kingdom on the earth, he even has to relinquish his power back to the Most High, man. The Most High is the ruler of all things, the Father. But the Father gave the power and authority to Christ to rule this place which he made for him, to be his kingdom. So after Christ puts all the kingdoms under his feet and destroys this place and builds it back up in righteousness, all the power is still given to the Most High God, man. But in all that, the righteous kingdom, the righteous king is going to be set up, man, and established upon all the governments, right? All the world, everything that's going to be subject unto him, where they're going to have to come to him for everything. And these nations are going to bow to Yahushua, man. Right? And even Israel is going to be authority over these nations, man. We're going to rule them with righteous rigor and put them under our feet as our king sits on the throne and gives the decree in his righteous kingdom, man. That's what's coming, man. We're going to take all of their weapons and everything they have. We're going to burn them up, destroy everything, man. You know, and everything is going to be back in peace and harmony. And everything's going to be right side up again. And everything's going to be run according to what the Most High truly wanted, man. And he's going to be authoritarian over all these so-called governments that you have now. All right, let's listen to another precept real quick, right? Let's get Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah chapter 2. Right? Isaiah 2 and verse number 3. It says, yeah, I'll just start at 3. Should I I'll just start at verse number 1. Isaiah 2 and 1. It says, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, right? And it shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it, right? So all the nations are going to have to come serve the Lord, man. Hills and mountains are the governments of these people, man. Right? And his government is going to be established above all these other governments, man. And these other nations are going to have to come and pay tribute to the Lord, pretty much. Right? And it says, and many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem, man. So the law is going to come from the Most High, man. Yahushua, man, is going to sit on the throne and cast judgment. And the Israelites are going to carry out that judgment to these other nations, man. To these other governments, these other people. And these people are going to flock to the government of Yahushua, man, and come get their knowledge, their wisdom, and everything that they need from the Lord, our righteous King, man. And that's what we're looking for, and we can call it a dictatorship, but in righteousness. He's going to come and dictate righteous rule on the earth, man. to these other nations. This is what's going to go on, man. And the law is going to go forth out of Zion, man. Let's get another witness on that. Let's go to Micah, man. Between 2 or 3 witnesses real quick. Right? This is the book of Micah. Right? Check this out. Chapter 4 and verse 2. And it reads, and many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem, man. And it says, and he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. And that's what the Lord is coming to establish, to destroy all these nations, destroy all the war mentality, all the weaponry, everything that they have going on, man. And he's going to destroy all that, and he's going to establish peace on this earth, man. Back to where it should be, and these nations will never be able to lift up sword against nation again, man. Nor come against the children of the Most High, nor blaspheme the Most High or his son. You can never do that, man, ever again, because the Lord is going to come and cut all that out, man. And that's what we waiting for, man. That faithful day that our King returns. That's what we are looking for. We're patiently waiting for that. Where right now you're sitting and having to pay tribute to these other nations, taxes, and being under the stronghold of these nations, subjugation. And if you don't pay taxes or whatever it is, you get locked up for it, kicked out your homes, or lose your jobs, whatever it is, man. You're subject under these nations, but they're going to be paying tribute and subject under us, right, through the power of Christ, right, and ultimately the power of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. And it's going to be a beautiful time. And I'm going to show you real quick what that's going to look like, right? Let's get this real quick. We're going to go through Isaiah real quick. The book of Isaiah, chapter 60. This is what it's going to look like, man. And you got to get ready for this, Israel, man. You got to imagine this thing, man. When you reading the scriptures, man, you got to literally put yourself in this position and be, imagining what's literally going to be happening, what's going on, man. Right? And not just reading it like a robot, man, and just reading just to read words off the book, man. This is powerful. Let the words jump off at you, man, and imagine these things, man. I'm going to start at verse number 3 of Isaiah chapter 60. And it says, and the Gentiles shall come to the light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising. Lift up thine eyes round about and see. All they gather themselves together. They come to thee. Thy sons shall come from far, and thy daughters shall be nursed at thy side. Then thou shalt see and flow together, and thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because of the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee, rather. And forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles, man, all their tribute, the riches, all these things, man, the cattle, the gold, everything is going to come to, and they're going to be tributaries, man, to the Lord. And it says, the multitude of camels shall cover thee, and the dromedaries of Midian, the Ephah, and all from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense, and they shall shew forth the praises of the Lord. All the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto the rams of Nebaioth, shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance of mine, on mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory. Who are these that fly as clouds and as doves in their windows, man? Widow, you right? Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna keep going for a little bit, right? Verse 9, it says, surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish shall bring thy sons from far, and silver and their gold with them, unto the name of the Lord thy God, and to the Holy One of Israel, because they have glorified thee. Right? Let's get down to this. Verse 10, it says, and the sons of the strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I have had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually, they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that shall not serve thee shall perish, and yea, those nations shall utterly be wasted, man. So understand, right? Understand that these other nations are going to have to pay tribute to Yahushua, our King. And they're going to be under us, man. Right? The Lord is going to set up his righteous kingdom, man, and subdue all these nations. And they're going to have to come and serve the children of Israel. Right? And they're going to have to serve our King, Yahushua, whom the world calls Christ. And they're going to have to serve our God, Yahweh. Right? Who the world calls Yahweh or Jehovah, whatever you want to call it, right? And they're going to understand that our righteous King is Yahushua, man. And we are the children of the Most High God in that day, right? So that's what you got to keep in mind, Israel, is that faithful day is coming and the King is returning soon. So stay with the work. Keep praying, fasting, repenting for your sins, man, and returning to the Most High God in these last days. You see everything happening in the world, it's happening because of you. The war and everything being stored up is because of you, man. These are signs of your salvation on the way. Keep moving in righteousness, man, and look forward to that righteous day. But with that, I hope it was edifying. You listen to the words and take heed to the edification. Shalom.